this one. We saw a little bit of Macheeete, like you said earlier, but he's had a little bit of a break. He's got his time to crack his knuckles, you know, crack his neck a little bit, drink some water, get a snack or something, you know, freshen up. And now he's ready to fight Saz here. But Saz is hot right now. He's fueled up, and he got his revenge, which is what he wanted. You know, he got the 3-2.
He got that rocket land.
Yeah, it went to the game 5. He got his 3-2. He got his win. You know, he got it where it mattered in the top 8 side of things. And now he's ready to fight Macheeete. Let's see what he's got to the table here. But Macheeete gets that side sig. Honestly, caught Saz off guard, I believe. And gonna be sticking here with this orb for this game number 1.
That is very true. Caught off guard because was having to adjust to that greatsword. As we saw, was not able to do super well against the greatsword, but was able to figure it out slowly throughout the time. But now we're going going against orb here, because as we saw before, Macheeete is really good on that orb, and that's where most of the gameplay came in here. Even though this is the hammer trial, but once again, greatsword and orbs are very, very different weapons. So the adjusting needed from Saz here is very needed. But it seems to be working out because Saz is not able to pick up the rocket lance. That might have been an accident?
Yeah, it could have been an accident, or honestly, they could be just, you know, having the Lance Prime, I believe, for the, you know, for this last stock here when they come in. But it seems like here in the game number 1, Macheeete does have the lead. It is about to go ahead and, you know, juggle weapons, stick on this orb, of course. But you know, I'm looking forward to seeing. You know, it seems like both of these guys have been kind of favoring a specific weapon, not the hammer. Unfortunately, and it's allowed, chat. It's a hammer trials, but you know, we could just see no hammer gameplay, which is kind of what we've been seeing. But no shade on them, no shade on them. They're doing wonderful on these picks here. But Saz, he's showing some sign of fighting life right now over on this lanes, but he needs to kind of do a little bit more in order to take these 2 stocks off in his last stock here.
Absolutely. Something I have noticed throughout this is that the people who actually play hammer are the ones losing, like those level 100 Yumikos.
That's true. And I mean, you're just allowed to play different weapons. So I mean, you know, Saz is known for this, you know, known for the Ogrim. Like I said before in the past set against Sud, he's known for the Ogrim. So it's no surprise that he's on the Scarlet here right now to have this lance as his shared weapon. And you know, I'm not too familiar with Macheete's, you know, game. You know, I'm not too familiar with what he plays, but he gets a nice recovery. It leads to the KO. Good stuff coming in from Macheeete, able to take game number 1. But yeah, I'm not too sure about his picks, but this orb has been doing a wonderful job right now. And ooh, we see a swap coming in from Saz.
Saz is switching off the rocket lance into our first Taros in the top 8, actually. Which is very surprising. I expected to see a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about before this tournament, I was like, you know, you were telling me, you're like, yo, Hockey, what do you think is going to be the most, like, what's the most played hammer legend we're going to see? And we both agreed on Taros. And this is the first time. We have 2 more sets left for this block. This is our first time in the top 8. We're seeing a Taros being pulled out, which is crazy to say, but it's amazing. And I think it's because of those axe nerfs, to be honest. You know, a while back. I mean, axe just kind of got, you know, it definitely went down to the ground a little bit. But there's a couple people that still they still play the Taros. But it's nice to see here we're seeing the Roman Reigns coming in from Saz here. And once again, not a surprise, the Ogrim, Lance, axe. We're seeing here another axe and hammer coming in from Saz. So no surprise they're coming in from Saz. And you know, they're doing a better job right now into at least making it even between both players. But I just have to say that Macheeete is able to get that nair, leads to the KO. Now has the option of weapons, but I think he meant to pick up the orb because he's disarmed right now. Now he picks up the hammer once again. And yeah, we'll see here. Does Saz clean him out, or does Macheeete get a nice lead going for himself?
Something also interesting about our conversation earlier where we talked about the most played hammer legends is I said Yumiko, you said there probably wouldn't be that many Yumikos because I said Taros and Yumiko, but we got 2 Yumikos.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go. Macheeete is able to use this hammer really well, but Saz able to still make it back up. I don't even know how the options worked there.
Yeah, sometimes I just
Yes.
I just leave it in the hands of the players, you know. I just tell them, you know, man, you do what you know what's best, man. And somehow they're able to, you know, pull off these crazy amazing plays, like live from that satellite seer and still make it back. But I mean, the lead right now from Macheeete is pretty crazy. That satellite seer is gonna KO, and Macheeete has an amazing stock lead right now. Yeah.
Absolutely. That ground pound dropped from Saz there, but is
No, I
still able
told
to
you
use
about the
this
thing.
axe. But Macheeete
Give me a
does
couple
have a
minutes,
really
then I
big
just have to finish
lead
up
here with the full
this
stock. They're pretty equal
one more
damage
thing, and
though,
afterwards I'm gonna be thing. In 15
which
minutes or
is
so,
not a
come in.
good look for Saz.
I will be ready.
That Sig whiffs and Macheeete was able to punish that.
Yeah.
If you were Saz right now, what would be going through your head?
I mean, I don't know. A lot would be going through my head right now because I lost the first game, and you know, right now I'm losing right now. So you know, I gotta. You gotta pull something crazy right now. You gotta let these Terror Sigs rip, build up as much damage as possible onto the store pick from Macheeete. But it seems like Macheeete has Saz figured out. Gets a nice Seer, leads to the KO, and that's gonna be game number 2. Also going towards Saz's favor. I'm not Saz's favor.
No,
Macheete's favor.
Macheete's.
My fault.
Macheete's
My
favorite.
fault.
Alright, Saz is switching back to the Scarlet. Also, something I don't think we mentioned that is very interesting. They're both from the Risk org. So,
Oh.
me seeing that, I feel like they've probably played and sparred together a lot, which is I feel like one of the reasons Saz might have switched off that Rocket Lance because the Macheeete could be used to that Rocket Lance going up against it.
Very true. Perhaps so. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into game number 3 here. This could be tournament stock here for Saz. And unlike I mean the last game against Sood, it's not a game 5 situation. Right now, it's looking he's looking straight down the barrel of a 3-0 right now. So going back on this pick here from what game number 1 was, I mean, I like the confidence that, you know, Saz has in this Scarlet pick, and we're seeing some big confidence right now. But Macheeete is able to turn that around with a Seer. Okay, nothing big though capitalized from that. And Saz is still going crazy on the lance, and we see why he's picking the Scarlet pick here. But Macheeete,
that was 4 nairs in a row.
Macheete's hammering him, legit hammering him with nairs. Oh my goodness.
I mean, we are at the hammer trial, so I guess that's the gameplay we'll be seeing here.
Yeah, indeed. But finally, Macheeete is able to get that stock, and you know, Saz was he did had a good chance into taking a good lead here in this game here, but Macheeete is just able to answer back, and in the way he's answering back, man, it's pretty crazy. But once again, we're left with a question here. Does Macheeete build a good lead here, or does Saz take this first stock off of Macheeete? And right now, it's seeming like the first option, low key. What a dog sig! But he gets the scoop as well. Oh my god. Macheete's a menace, man.
Very good spacing from Saz there to avoid that signature.
Yeah, indeed. My goodness, man. And I mean, look at the lead right now that Macheeete has. And I mean, finally, he's able to take the first stock off of Macheeete, tying up the stock count. But I mean, is it too late once again? You're in a game 3 situation where, you know, you could lose 3-0. This is elimination side of things. Saz, you gotta fight back, man. If you need to win this game if you want to live in this tournament right now. And Macheeete is once again hammering him down with light attacks, man. He gets the KO, he gets the second stop, but the lead right now that Macheeete has, it's just crazy, and he's working with it, and he's going crazy, and he gets the Seer. That's gonna be it. That's it. Get him out of here. Saz is going home in a 3-0. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Macheeete really showed us that we are in the hammer trial there. Before we saw a lot of the orb, but during that game 3, we saw so much hammer coming in from Macheeete.
Oh my goodness.
That was really, really impressive.
Yo, low-key, I almost got lightheaded from casting that. I popped off too hard again.